I forgot we're in, like, a thing. I took a break. 8. Yeah, no, I got it. I'm just talking. Z. What is... Oh, okay. Oh. I forgot about the... whatever the fuck that is. We're trying to prove Lenny's innocent. I took a break, I ate food, and now we're back. We're doing stuff. This is where the magic box was struck. If Coel weren't inside the box at that moment, he might have dodged the falling water tank. See, that's so suspicious to me. Why was he in the box in the first place? Like, not even just suspicious of Lenny, like, why, like, in general. More so suspicious of Coel. Like, again, like, I don't think that he would have, you know, done it to himself. As if he really is dead. Maybe that's the real magic trick. I don't know. There's the part of me that thinks that somehow, some way the Fatui is involved here. Because, you know, isn't that usually the case? I don't know. Something's up here. I don't know if Lenny's the one behind it. It's one of those things where it wouldn't surprise me if he was. But I'm not outright... At least right now, I'm not outright thinking it's him yet. I'm more inclined to think that maybe the Fatui are somewhere behind this. Yes.
The rope looks pretty durable.
Paimon, please take off those glasses.
Through so quickly by fireworks.
I mean, I don't know, rope fireworks? So either Lenny didn't realize this was a safety concern, or... If Lenny's been a magician for a long time, I find it hard to believe he wouldn't know what ropes are durable, right? I mean, then again, he wasn't the prop master, so, like... I don't know.
Why are you suddenly so serious, Traveler?
Are we gonna, like, actually figure out that it was him? I'm just looking at where the rope snapped.
Whoa. Look! This bit is made from different material!
That's weird.
Most of it was burned away, but there's still a little bit of it left.
Seems to be flammable. Like a type of flash cotton.
Huh. So if a rope meant to hold something was made with that kind of material in it, then that means... Wait! Paimon should write all this down! Let's take notes!
That's so weird. This rope was used to suspend the water tank. It suddenly broke when the fireworks were being launched on stage. The investigation has shown that the location where the rope snapped was made of flammable material. Yeah, that's sus. What would be I feel like the thing to figure out here... I want to talk to people last, because people are annoying. People... Fucking white line. What was I saying? Shit, I was gonna say something. What was I saying? Flammable. I have no idea. Oops, sorry. Hit my mic. I have no idea. I don't remember what I was saying. This is where the magic box was struck. Oh, I did that one already. Yeah. Talk to you last. Alright. The broken magic box was left on the scene after the guards completed their investigation. Looking at it now, the water tank must have struck it really hard. Well, yeah. This entire thing is sus. Hello. Man, I can't remember what I was gonna say. It was important too.
New findings.
Oh, what's this?
Turns out.
Oh, I can do that in the middle of people talking, I guess. Interesting.
there's an issue with the random number selector after all.
Uh-oh. Lenny, I'm gonna be real, this is not looking good for you.
See, I told you. What if the machine picked some big guy's seat? You think the murderer would have still made his move then?
Sorry to interrupt, but we're helping Linny and Lynette with
I mean,
their
that's
side of the
typically how magic
investigation.
tricks go.
What were you saying about the number selector?
They tend
There's
to
something wrong
pick
with it?
the seats
You're trying to help
beforehand.
That'll be a tall order.
Yeah, I've been told.
Lenny used the machine to pick a random member of the audience during his performance, right? The lucky girl that later disappeared. Well, we thought there might be a serious problem with the machine, so we had it taken away for further inspection.
It's rigged, isn't
Turns
it?
out that the seat number it picked wasn't random at all.
Yeah.
The machine picks that same number every time. I'm sure you already know that you have to make a reservation in advance to get a seat, regardless of whether it's a trial or some performance. In other words, Linny knew who would be sitting where from the very beginning.
That much checks out. Linny reserved our seats for us, too.
Bet you see why I was saying it'd be tough to make a case for Linny.
Yeah, but that doesn't necessarily... Yeah, I mean, all of the seats are picked in advance, but that doesn't guarantee that he picked... Because the people who have been going missing are females, correct? Or are women. So that didn't guarantee that a woman would reserve that seat. I mean, unless he... I guess that could be turned around and saying that he reserved that seat as well, so... Thanks, sorry to bother you.
Even though it's bad for Linny's case, Paimon had better write it down.
This entire thing is bad for him. This device was used during Lenny's magic performance to choose a lucky number of the audience. However, the guards... Is that... it? Does that... That doesn't say guards. Unless they just spelt it wrong. I could also just be saying it wrong. This is just me second guessing myself. Guards? No, it's guards, right? Those are supposed to be guards, right? I don't know. I can't read. I'm tired. The guards have found that it will generate the exact same number no matter what. Clearly, someone has tampered with it. It's typically how it goes, though.
Linny's magic tricks were the stuff of legends. But the way he did this crime,
You can't...
he should have stuck to doing magic.
Look, doing magic tricks is one thing. Pulling off a crime is something else entirely. Maybe he was just too full of himself.
What would be the motive, guys? I think that's what I was saying earlier when I forgot something about a motive. It's like, I feel like out of all of this, the motive is something that we need to find first. I don't know why I'm treating this like a detective game. This isn't a detective game. They're just making me think it is. I'm thinking this is Tears of Themis. Like, you want me to go into the audience as well? Okay. Like, because all of this seems super fucking random and also specific at the same time. So I feel like once you figure out why these things would happen first,
Hello there.
then we could figure
What are you
out
investigating?
who. Does that make sense?
Oh, this location has also been cordoned off because the magic troupe members are currently considered prime suspects. The investigation team is still collecting evidence.
So the way I always think about stuff like this is I grew up watching like NCIS with my mom and my nana, because my nana loves NCIS and I used to watch it all the time. I think it got to a point where I was just very good at, whether it was guessing, whether it was figuring out who it actually was, or if it was just being able to guess, or not guess, like pick up tropes in media very quickly. It was probably one or the other. But the way I've always thought about stuff like this, whenever like I watch NCIS or whatever, it's like, you know how I said it's easier to find, or when you figure out the motive, then you could figure out who it is. I was going somewhere with this. Oh my god, why is my brain totally fried today? God Because, like, there's a couple things that could have happened here. I'm just going to start saying things and hope it comes back to me. There's a couple things that could have happened here. Is that, you know, Lenny was was framed. But then you have to go into the question of why Lenny was framed. Oh, it came back to me. There we go. See? That's how we remember things. You have to figure out why someone would want to frame Lenny in the first place. And then it goes back into, if that doesn't work, then, like, why would someone want Cowell dead? Because Cowell's the one who died. Like, who were his enemies, you know? Like, did he have any enemies? And then you kind of just go from there. I feel like that's always been one of the easiest way to figure things out for me. Or was, like, you have to figure out why something would happen first before you figure out who. Does that make sense? I don't know if that makes sense.
The seats were all booked in advance, so we were able to deduce the missing woman's identity by checking the guest list.
Yeah, see, could you tell us who she is?
Sure, it's not like this is confidential information. We will publish it later anyway when we petition the public to help us find the missing person. Her name is Halsey. She's a painter from Fontaine who's made a bit of a name for herself. Apparently, she wasn't a regular at the Opera House, but she'd been feeling some pressure with her work lately, which made her decide to come see the magic show. The magic troupe members all claim not to know her, and we have looked into her social connections. It seems that she has no personal grievances or conflicts of interest with the suspects.
Interesting.
Simply put, she wasn't related to the magic troupe at all, which matches the features of the previous serial disappearances.
Were the victims of previous cases also chosen at random?
That's how it seems to us, in any case. Apart from the fact that they were all young women of around the same age range, there really weren't any other connections between them.
There has to be.
Okay, then.
There has to be some connection, because that's so fucking random. Thanks for letting us know. Thanks for letting us know all this.
No need to be so formal. If you do happen to see the missing girl, please be sure to contact us.
Yeah. It's
It is
so
of
weird.
utmost importance that we get to the bottom of these disappearances.
Information about missing lady's identity. Halsey is the missing person. She's a famous painter and came to watch the magic show in order to take a break from her own creative work. She isn't known to have entangled in... Wait, she isn't known to have been entangled in quarrels with any of the members of Lenny's magic troupe. Because my first suspect would be the Fatui. But why would the Fatui be kidnapping young girls, and specifically? Like, that's fucking weird. I'm assuming you want me to talk to the audience, yeah. Alright, fine. Isildur?
I see that you're investigating the area. Well, it just so happens that I'm interested too. If
Okay.
you find any new and interesting leads, be sure to share them with me, alright?
Who are you?
We don't have too many thoughts yet.
Wait, who are you? Why would we do that?
Then why don't I tell you my hypothesis first?
Go ahead.
The way I see it. And I'll start it with that loud thud.
Forgot about that. We noticed that.
Oh, you mean the sound that happened during the countdown?
Lenny said he knocked something over though,
Yes,
didn't
exactly.
he?
It wasn't terribly loud, but I suspect that most people heard it.
Forgot
It's
about
just
that.
that everyone was awaiting the results of Lenny's trick with bated breath, so no one paid it much mind. But now that the incident has happened, the thud has become an important clue.
That makes sense.
But what would
So,
that have
what do you
been?
make of it?
I'm of the opinion that it may have been the sound of Lenny's accomplice, Lynette perhaps, jumping atop the water tank or something like that.
That's
When
not
the pyrotechnics
evidence.
went off, she cut the rope, sending the water tank crashing down.
But
No.
wasn't the noise we heard too loud for that?
Yeah, that's not right.
Perhaps the balance wasn't right, leading to a particularly rough landing.
Thanks, but that's not helpful. Then wouldn't the water tank have started to swing a bit in that case?
Oh, that's true. I suppose I must reconsider.
Yeah. You got it, buddy.
Just remind Paimon though.
Yeah,
What was with
the
that
sound. Didn't Lenny say he knocked something over, or was that something else? Strange sound. During the switching performance, there was an audible thump that many audience members heard. What could that have been, though? Can I actually look at this? I can. It looks like an ordinary box, but Lenny somehow moved instantly from stage. Okay. It looks like an ordinary box, but Lenny somehow moved instantly from the stage to being inside of it. How did he do it? I mean, in the real world, like, because this is a video game, obviously, with visions and assuming magic, maybe, whatever. So anything could be possible, but in the real world, my first thought would be that there's a pathway, like a trap door underneath, and they switched. That would be my instance, so it would be helpful to look for anything underneath, but magic in video games is so... Oops, I didn't mean to do
Whoever
that.
the murderer was, they must have made preparations well beforehand.
Okay.
This rope, people needed to register.
Oh, sorry. I didn't realize you were gonna talk.
Why would it be him?
That's what I'm saying.
How strange. Gosh.
Why was
No
he in
wonder
there?
the serial disappearances never got solved.
It sounds like he was in there on purpose. I mean, obviously he was probably in there on purpose, but like...
We all heard that noise, didn't we?
Yeah, it's so weird. Yeah, magic in video games is, like, especially video games like this, is so fucking weird. Because, hold on, wait, wasn't there one more person I could talk to over here? Because it's like, I want to think about it very logically and realistically, but I also have to remember that this is a fictional world where anything could happen. So it's like, you know, that's not really how it works. Can I talk to you guys? Hello.
Lenny's still talking to the guards. It seems he'll have
Okay, so that is guards. Am I insane? That's not how you spell guards, right? Unless it's just the way America spells guards, and I don't know.
I think someone will be assigned to monitor us later, but that's alright.
I am very suspicious of Lynette a little bit. I don't know, something about her demeanor before the performance was really weird to me. Like, it seemed like she didn't want to do something, or she just seemed annoyed. And then also, I don't know why, but there was a part of me that was like, that's not the real Lynette, like when she disappeared and then came back.
Both of you.
But that one's a little
Over here.
more...
I've been keeping an eye on you for a while now.
Yes, I've been so excited to beat her!
You mean us?
That's right. If I'm not mistaken, you're also among those who wish to cut down the thorns and pursue the truth. No? And by the looks of it, you're not from Fontaine.
You wouldn't happen to know someone
Well,
named Fischl,
you're
would
right
you?
about that one, but who are you?
I love your theme song.
Have you never heard of the Spina di Rosula?
I can't say that I have,
Mediating
bro.
disputes and providing protection to solving conundrums. You name it. Spina di Rosula does it. And I, Navia, have the honor of being
Navia.
its renowned president.
Why is
Though
she
those
so
who play
pretty?
By our rules, call me boss.
I also absolutely love her hair. I remember when she
Her
came...
attendant. Pleased to meet you.
Hello.
And I'm Melus.
You need a cough drop?
Various daily needs and affairs
Okay.
are under my...
I remember when she was in the trailer. I was like, dude, her hair is so pretty.
Mademoiselle, what gives with the names?
Well, I am the second generation president. Malus and the others are still used to my previous title.
Sure.
My apologies, demoiselle. Should you prefer, boss,
Sounds like
I will
mademoiselle.
endeavor to use that instead.
No need. You don't have to call me boss. Just Navia is fine.
Sure.
Okay, if you say so. Not that we're members of Spina di Rosula anyway.
All merely trifling details. Never mind. Now, back to the situation at hand.
So you want to investigate as well?
That's right. I've always kept an eye on the serial disappearance cases. My interest stems from a matter back from my father's time. Judging from the look of things, I find Linny an unlikely mastermind.
That's what I'm thinking.
We think
kind
so
of.
too. That's why we're looking for clues now. But how did you come to that conclusion?
Intuition, naturally.
Dude,
My
don't look at me like that.
unparalleled intuition.
Okay.
Farina sure was quick to point the finger at Linny without any decisive evidence whatsoever.
She has a tendency to do that. Do you think that Archon is actually the one kidnapping people?
Uncommon for her. If you remember,
Question is why, though?
Justice
Why would
had
she
to
do that?
interrupt her and ask if she was pressing charges just to keep her from getting carried away.
Yeah?
Anyway, a trial begins the moment someone
I want to
levels
know what their
charges.
relationship
And,
is.
of course, there was no way Farina was going to back down in that situation.
Sounds more like you just don't trust the Hydro Archon.
That's fair.
Well, what's your opinion? I must admit that she can be interesting at times, but liking her doesn't mean that I'll blindly agree with her.
Thank you. Because it seems like 99% of Fontaine don't think that. So, well, when you put it like that.
All right, I've answered your question. Now, it's time you answer mine.
Dude, why are you so pretty? Sorry.
Wait a minute. Did that answer count?
Well, I say it does.
I also love her design. Oh, I just noticed
You
her
won't hear
vision.
any
She's a
pointless
Geo
questions
character.
from me.
I love her design.
In your
I remember.
opinion, do you think it's right to treat a trial like it's an opera?
No, it's fucking stupid, and I hate it here.
Well?
No, not all. What do you mean, not
Why would
always?
that be?
Because these are real people's lives. Wait for the truth to fall by the wayside. Something serious like a trial shouldn't be treated like entertainment. That's what I've been saying.
See, Silver and Maloose? I told you they'd be different.
Most astute of you,
What do you mean?
Demoiselle.
That I have
too
morals?
think that the traveler's response was most excellent.
Thank God.
No matter how wonderful the script or how fervent the
Anyways,
audience's
I really like her
expectations
design.
may be,
She's one of the first
trials
characters that got
go on
leaked
stage
to me
here
when
must be based in
before
fact.
Fontaine
Then if that
came
can
out,
be
and
done
I love her design. She's so pretty. Like, and her outfit is
All right,
awesome.
That's quite enough, Maloose. Anyway, I like your answer. You passed with flying colors.
Yay!
I need to make some preparations, following which our joint investigation shall commence. You two shall be my assistants.
What? I.
Wait, since when did we become assistants?
Yeah, I feel like this should be the other way around. Or we should just be
well,
working together.
I can be the assistant, sure. Or your companion, if you like. I'm really not that fussy.
Companion?
That's more like it.
Pilot, shut the fuck up. I love that she wasn't an asshole and she was like, oh, okay. I'm like, if you don't want to do that. Oh, no. 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 Oh, no. I'm gonna like her, aren't I? Anyways, other than the fact that she's pretty. My friend actually texted me, was like, I require her hand in marriage. And I was like, that's the blonde one, right? For the trailer. And I was like, she's super pretty. But it always depends on the moment they start talking. That is the deciding factor, is their personality for me. Because sometimes they'll look super pretty and then they'll just piss me the fuck off. I don't know. Well, what were we talking about? I'm tired. I had like an asthma attack like right before this because I was talking a lot and I didn't do my inhaler today, so I was like heaving, so like my brain is just lacking oxygen. Yeah, I think you're missing the point, Paimon.
Far be it from me to brag, but I believe that Demoiselle's intuition will be instrumental in uncovering
We
the
could be
truth.
partners. Companions.
You wish to save a friend from false accusations, and we wish to unravel the disappearances. In this sense, our goals are aligned.
You have a point. Huh. You're quite the talker, aren't you, mister? And what about you over there? What do you think? You seem like you've got something on your mind.
How are your glasses staying on? Just curious.
I have nothing to add.
Okay.
Oh,
You ever heard of...
alrighty
Have you ever had a thought before?
We'll be making some preparations first.
Dude, I love her
Just be
outfit.
sure to let us know if they start revealing Lenny's tricks. Thanks!
That's like steampunk, right? Like that's what that genre would be. Hi.
Speaking of that, I think magic shows would be very popular in Poisson.
Poisson. Sorry. What?
see
What is
that.
that? I just like the way he said it. Sorry.
Try to learn some magic. If I could make things disappear, cleaning my room would be a cinch.
Dude.
You need
Dave-
not worry
Dave-
about such things.
Dave just
mademoiselle.
repeats things that
falls
Dave
under
likes.
my duties.
Monkey brain. ADHD.
Right.
So you're gonna be like some noble or something? That's how I feel like this is gonna be. Okay. Sure. Oh. What are you what are you people? Or,
Sorry,
beings.
but no one can freely enter or exit the Opera House at the moment. If you wish to leave, you must
I wasn't
register
trying
your
to
identity
leave.
with us first.
no, we're not leaving. We're representing Linny and Lynette as attorneys, so we're investigating the case. Were you always guarding this entrance?
Don't look at me like that.
Yes. After the Chief Justice gave the order, everyone coming in or out must undergo a strict inspection. So, the missing girl couldn't have left from here. At least, not from that point on.
What about during the show?
I doubt there was much opportunity then either.
How can you be so sure,
For once, the floating fairy has
Because
a point.
I was in charge of security near the entrance at that time.
Okay.
I couldn't see Linny's performance from here, which was quite a shame. Just my luck.
Sorry.
But still, I did not abandon my post, and I stayed put no matter how loud the applause was. If someone had so much as even approached the door, I would have noticed it, let alone if they had tried to leave.
Fair enough.
We Melusines are good at that sort of thing, you know.
Melusines. What is that?
So, it's safe to say the girl couldn't have left through here. Alright, thank you for your help. This will be useful info.
Okay. Entrances and exits to the Opera House. No one left the Opera House during the magic show, and after the incident happened, only those who had their identities cleared by the guards could leave. Oh, hi, Kaveh.
We've checked everything of note here at the performance venue. Paimon wonders how Linny's discussion with the guards is going. Let's go see, shall we? Ooh, things are getting interesting, huh? We're about to see how magic is made.
For sure.
Speaking of that, I think...
Oh.
I can see that.
Okay.
Maybe I should try to learn
I didn't
some
mean
magic.
You need not worry.
Ah! Sorry. Okay. Bye-bye. I've... Shit, I didn't mean to do that. I'm trying to... I really hope that I end up being right and, like, there's, like, a trapdoor.
Understood. Then I will be going with you. Just so you're aware, I will be monitoring your actions and making notes as necessary.
How tricky do you think it is to watch a magician?
Very good.
Y'all ever seen Now
Thanks
You
for
See
being
Me?
so agreeable. I'd pull a rose out of my hat as a gift for you if I could.
How charming.
You may spare the pleasantries. I'm just doing my job.
Damn, not having it.
You've arrived.
Oh, hello.
Who's this?
Me? I'm Spina di Rosula's guardian angel. If you've got a problem, I've got the firepower. Sorry, I got a little carried away there. Call me Navia. I'm a partner of theirs, and we'll be helping investigate this whole
She's my partner.
situation.
But what?
And these
Sorry,
are my
look.
companions.
Okay, I'm
Do
fine.
you mind if they join as well?
It's not my fault she's pretty.
Fine by me.
Oh, new helpers? I would be most grateful.
Well, let's just say we're tagging along. It's not every day you get to see the secrets behind
I'm
magic
sorry,
performed
she's
on
just so
such a
pretty.
large scale.
I'm okay,
I
everything's fine.
appreciate your kind interest. Come with me. We'll be heading below stage.
Wait, was I right? Is there gonna be trapdoors? I love being right.
Below stage?
Yes, a world of secrets is hidden beneath this magic box, prepared specifically for this switcheroo trick.
God, I love
But
being
before I
right.
reveal everything, you should have a look first. Notice anything strange here?
The markers, I noticed it on the bottom. Is that what you're gonna say? Or no? Oh no, that's just the
I'm
rug.
not trying to be dramatic. Remembering the details of a trick will help you understand the methods used to perform it more easily.
Huh. Weren't there balloons and other decorations here?
Oh yeah, huh?
Where did all that go?
Well, I just kind of assumed
good
that they
eye.
removed it for the investigation.
That said, you're still far from discovering the answer.
The back of the door isn't the same.
The back? You mean the inside of the door? What's different about it? Paimon didn't notice anything.
Very good indeed. I thought you might not be able to catch that, given that you were sitting in the first row.
That would make Okay, well, he said he didn't know why Coel was in the box, so maybe not. This could be wrong. But if she was genuinely just some random audience member, then... See, okay, there's either two things here. Or three things. Either A, she wasn't actually just a normal audience member, and that she was actually part of the show, because, you know, that's typically how magic shows go, because, you know, you can't really perform a trick on someone who doesn't know the trick, so, I don't know. Like, especially something like this, that involves, like, going somewhere. Or B, she was an audience member, and Coel actually was in the box because he was leading her through it. Like, he was leading her to the other side, and he ended up in the box because he was pulling her, like, he was showing her the way. And then she just disappeared inside because, you know, the whole disappearing thing. Like I said, I think the whole disappearing thing is separate from whatever the fuck's going on here. So, and then he just happened to be in the box. Or 3, this is a plot hole and the writers didn't think this through. So, one of those 3 things.
The back of this door was patterned. Those patterns are now gone, replaced by a smooth wooden board. So, if you put 2 and 2 together, what do you get?
Wait, does that mean there's another box inside this one? Oh, so it's not a trapdoor. Well, now I'm just sad.
Exactly. All right, let's go. I'll tell you how it works as we head down.
Wait, or is it a trapdoor? Tell me I'm right, damn it. Please.
Oh, so there was a passageway under the
Yes!
box!
God, I love being right. And the passage linked the 2 boxes together.
I knew you'd figure out most of it as soon as you saw this place.
I figured it out beforehand. Sorry, I like feeling big brain.
Of the tunnel.
Even though it's not really that big of an
See this
achievement to
flatbed
figure it out,
trolley?
but... Oh.
The box with the lucky audience member in it would be shuttled over to the other side using the trolley.
This trolley can raise and lower and even rotate, ensuring that the box will face in the right direction.
Oh, I guess Lynette could have been leading her, so then that would take out the Coel
Of
thing.
the box inside another box.
Precisely. The inner box would descend after the audience member was put inside and be moved along the trolley, all while the outer box would remain on stage as if nothing had ever changed.
So that's how you did it!
Once the box was lowered, the trolley would store some energy through this device here, with which it would complete the rest of the steps. The audience member would only be able to feel some slight movements in the dark, and by the time she walked out, she would already be back on stage.
Okay, or that, I guess. So I guess she was just a random audience member. Okay, that makes sense then. I thought she was walking. Then what about your side of this of the trick? Yeah, that doesn't explain how the fuck you got over here so fast. Cause you popped out and you were like, oh, that doesn't count for like 2 seconds in.
Right! You were talking that whole time, and you even came out for a moment near the end!
I don't know.
Ah, yes. A phonograph operated by Lynette was used to
Well, I got
achieve
that.
effect.
But how the
My
hell did you do
assistant
the
and I
last
had
part?
already scripted our conversation beforehand. When the countdown began, I had already gone to the opposite box via a tunnel using that ladder.
Wait, but how did you...
What about Lynette? Where was she?
I was in the mezzanine space in the back of the box.
Oh, interesting!
Wait, what?
That's how we were able to coordinate Linny's lines with the assistant. And by the way, I was the one who walked out of the box at the end.
I mean, we are twins. All it takes is a change of clothes and no one can tell who's who. And that's my favorite part of this trick.
Huh.
Only Lynette and I can perform it.
Their eyes are different, so maybe if I go back and watch the cutscene, will the eyes be different? Because her eyes are a little darker.
Every detail you revealed was more amazing than the last!
Huh. I could tell a lot of thought was put into this.
Lynette would briefly walk out of the box and then go back in, jumping into the tunnel and escaping before the box on the trolley could finish ascending.
Huh.
And then I walk out of the other
Oh, there
box
goes
in
my
the
Cowell
audience
theory.
area,
Why the fuck
and
was
the
Cowell
trick
in the
would be
box?
complete. The operative word here being would. But as you saw, Cal was in the box, not our audience member.
Okay.
She, on the other hand, mysteriously vanished.
We really don't know how that happened.
If not for that interlude, this would have been an astonishing trick.
Yeah?
I probably never would have figured out how you pulled it off. And yet, to think that someone was able to use this magic trick to commit a crime.
That means it would have had to have been
Look around.
someone
I
who
think we
knew
can
the
come up
trick
with some
as
more
well,
leads.
right?
This is the scene of the crime, so Linny and Lynette are not permitted to stay here. I'll escort them back up.
For sure.
Yes, of course. No need to be so strict now. I won't disappear into thin air, you know.
I don't like the way you said
Thanks,
that.
everyone. We're counting on you.
Yep, I like Lynette though. The magic trick. Lenny gave a detailed account of how the trick was supposed to work. By using a box inside a box, the idea was for the box containing the audience member to be transported across via a tunnel underneath. And Lenny himself would also use this tunnel to get to the other side. Meanwhile, having changed her outfit, Lynette and her assistant would take charge of on-stage interactions. On-stage magic box structure. The magic box on stage has an additional layer to its rear, in which Lynette, in Lenny's clothes, remained hidden. She would appear at the end of the magic trick and lead people to believe that Lenny had been able to instantly move to the box on the other side. Okay. Audience side magic box structure. The magic box at the center of the audience stands has 2 layers, and beneath it is an entrance to an underground tunnel. This was how the lucky audience member was meant to have been transported without the audience noticing. So if we take apart, like if we put this aside, put Cowell's death aside or murder aside, and we think about the woman who went missing, I feel like the disappearance cases. I know that they said that there was no correlation between any of them other than the fact that they were all young women, but there had to have been something, especially when it comes to the way they disappeared. So like this one, she disappeared during the magic show. How did the other ones disappear? Because like I feel like I need to know that before I start making any guesses on how this all works, you know? Does that make sense? Because I was going to be like, oh, maybe there's another way out here. What the hell is this? Why is this like this? Because I was going to be like, maybe there's another way out. And if we're taking out magic or some, whether or not it was the Fatui or not, if we're like some higher being that is kidnapping these women, you know, like an Archon perhaps. Maybe that there's another exit here in this tunnel. So if we're taking out like magical stuff aside, maybe there's another exit here. Whoa, okay. Alright, let's look at everything here. Book. This should be the control device for the trolley. It seems to be able to operate automatically. This still doesn't tell us what that loud sound was. It could have been something like underneath, like here in the tunnel. A ladder is required in order to return the magic box above. How do they get it up? Oh, I think it was actually... I think the trolley thingy goes up and down, so never mind. Okay. Is that a grappling hook? Why is that here?
What's this?
It's a grappling hook.
Looks like a hook tied to the end of a rope. Huh? There's all kinds of odds and ends here.
Lenny didn't mention this earlier.
Perhaps it was a prop for a different trick. But why would it have been left here?
No, that's weird. Sus.
Whatever it is, let's make a note of it first.
Dropped hook rope. A rope that has fallen to the ground. A metal hook has been tied to one end of this rope. Its use is unclear. It looks like a grappling hook. The end of the rope kind of looks seared as well. Or seared? Like, kind of burned as well. Seared? Is that the right word for what I was trying to say? I don't know. Yeah, what the fuck is all this? That's not the button I'm interested.
The floor is wet. Please be careful not to slip.
It's just a little water.
Speaking of which, why would there be water here?
That's what I'm saying. Maybe it was for a trick?
Oh, Paimon knows!
I guess...
One of those tricks where you pour water into a jug and then flip the jug over only for the water to disappear?
No idea what you're talking about, Paimon. I guess that we also have to remember maybe their show wasn't done yet, so maybe there were more tricks to be done.
That can't be.
Yeah.
The trolley moves along tracks from start to finish. It couldn't have hit the vase at this distance.
Let's note this down too and think about it later.
For sure. Yeah, this is weird. There are many pieces of a broken flower vase on one side of the tunnel. All the water within has been spilled. Judging from the distance, it seems unlikely that it was knocked over by the trolley meant to transport the magic box. Well, yeah. I don't know, just casually looking for secret exits. Yeah, what is this?
Oh.
That's not what she was wearing,
These are
right?
the clothes that the lady chosen from the audience was wearing, right?
No, it wasn't. She was wearing something like white or yellowish, wasn't she?
Her clothes are here, but she's nowhere to be found.
Didn't Lynette's clothes remain when she disappeared? How did they do that, by the way? I want them to explain that trick to me. Just so that way, like... You think that they would ask how that trick worked? Let's take into the consideration that Lynette is indeed a puppet, not a human. What if there's multiple of her? And that's how they did the trick. No, I don't know. Multiple Lynnettes is still a I don't know. That's still an I don't know theory. I'm not too confident in that one. It's just a thought. But yeah, didn't Lynette's clothes stay when he made her disappear? Lenny didn't mention the guest having a wardrobe change.
Right. And do you really need to do that if you're kidnapping them?
What is happening to your glasses?
Ugh, this is so confusing. Paimon doesn't want to be a detective anymore.
I want to. This is fantastic. I'm loving this. Yeah, the clothes belonging to Halsey. Halsey? What? How did he say her name again? I think it's. I want to pronounce it Halsey, but I don't think that's how he said it. The lady who went missing were found in the tunnel. The reason for this remains unknown. How does he do? I want to know how he does his disappearing act. I know I'm supposed to be proving Lenny's innocence here, but the more I find, the more he just looks guilty. And I know that's probably, you know, not... I know he probably isn't, but I don't know. It's also assuming that he's the only one who knows how to do the disappearing act. High precision is required to complete this magic show, and tracks are perfect for making the trolley stay on its designed course. Sure. Okay. What's all this? All kinds of props and costumes are hazardly stuffed inside. Okay. This is cute. Alright, let's look at this. The trolley is crucial for a vent! Vent! Someone vented! The trolley is crucial for transporting the magic box to the other side. The culprit must have used this to execute their plan. Well, I guess that could also be the way in and out. Because now that I think about it, the tunnel, that one leads up to the stage, that one leads up to the other box. So this could just genuinely be the way in and out.
What is this place?
Looks like a vent. Someone vented!
It seems someone could
Lenny, sus!
Huh. Could this have been the suspect's escape route?
Alone, perhaps. But if they had to pull another person with them, the space would be too narrow.
But there are no other ways in or out of here.
Other than those that go through the magic boxes. And Lenny and Lynette were in the 2 magic boxes.
Oh, you're right! Let Paimon write that down.
Can we look inside the vent? I know we can't, but like I want to. I want to see where it goes. The tunnel vent looks like it could allow one person passage, barely. But leaving along with a missing lady seems an unrealistic prospect. Unless they made the lady disappear first, which is why her legs? What? Why her clothes are here, and then they left through the vent? I don't know. Ah!
Seems we're just about done investigating down here.
I want to figure it out before they tell me.
Let's head back up.
What? Oh, it's just that stuff. What's the probability of me actually figuring this out? I don't know. Who knows?
Well, we've ascertained the state of the crime scene. Let's find a place to sort out our findings once Malus returns. It seems to me that there are several things that don't add up here.
Yeah? Hello.
Apologies for the wait, demoiselle.
Where'd you go?
So, what did the guards say? Did the criminal escape through the vent?
They believe the odds of that are very low, since the vent leads to the Opera House's basement. The guards have checked the area carefully. No one left through the basement during the performance or after the incident, and no one was found hiding there.
So the tunnel's become like a secret chamber then! You know, like the kind you usually see in novels!
You know, the thing is, like, the only way that this could have happened, or, like, someone could get away with this if someone... It has to be someone who knew the trick, right? Because you would have had to have known that the secret tunnel was there. So either someone who knew the trick, or alternatively someone who knows... No, it has to have been someone who knew the trick. Because I was going to say maybe it was someone who... like just knew, like, the layout of the opera house. And they knew the secret tunnel was there. But that doesn't guarantee that they knew that it would have been used during the trick. So it has to have been someone who knew the trick. It would seem so.
The plot thickens.
The plot thickens!
Halsey's disappearance and Cowell's death are both quite inexplicable. No wonder Farina was so confident in her accusation.
Yeah, it does not look good for him, bro.
In other words, the charges are very likely to be upheld unless we make some considerable progress.
Can I phone a friend?
Charges and then trial.
I have a lawyer friend.
If the charges are upheld, they'll announce a sentence?
That's right. This is how a trial goes in the Opera House. During the proceedings, the Chief Justice and the Oratrice will hear statements from both sides.
Oratrice. The Oratrice will too? Wait, what's the Oratrice? Is that the Archon? That's not the Archon. What's an Oratrice?
That's right. This is how indemnitium is produced. The statements from both
Intenidium.
sides,
That's the energy thing
defenses
that...
from attorneys, witness testimonies, and even the audience's emotions will all be projected on the oratrice. To put it simply, it's as if the oratrice has its own will and is a judge in its own right.
Is that a machine?
This also
Are you guys putting
precludes
your...
any kind of favoritism on the part of the Chief Justice. Not that this has ever happened anyway.
It's an interesting thing to say. That almost felt like foreshadowing, but I don't know. Fascinating. I don't know. There's just a part of me that feels like the Hydra Archon is going to go on trial at some point. I don't know why.
Once both sides have finished speaking, the Chief Justice will make his final decision. This, too, will be used by the oratrice as a reference. Then, finally, the oratrice will be consulted by officials. The result it returns is the will of justice itself.
Huh? So that machine is the one that actually decides? Paimon thought Neverlet called the shots.
You guys let a machine...
In practice, there is very little difference.
Machines
Both
don't have morals.
always come to the same judgment, which is why people have great faith in the Chief Justice. Ah, yes, the guards also asked me to convey that none of us will be allowed to leave this place before the trial.
Huh? Why?
Because we've chosen to act as the twins' proxies. That makes us persons related to the case.
They're concerned that we might be colluding with outside parties, or that we might find outside help to disrupt the case.
Damn it, I can't ask.
We're
I
not
can't phone a
so.
friend.
It could prove problematic if we happen to spread key information about the case ahead of time.
I'm ready to break out at any time.
Okay, alright, Silver, calm down.
Whoa, there's no need for that.
Is he gonna be like one of those characters that's just silent the entire time and that just says something vaguely threatening every now and then? I love that.
Of course. I just hope you don't mind the lack of options. I'm afraid that catering to all tastes is not in the cards, nor is any guarantee of balanced nutrition.
Sure. Now's not the time to be picky.
In that case, let's just sort out our findings together here. Pity. I was hoping to take you to try some of Fontaine's famous desserts, too. I mean, what better way to properly think through our findings than over some tea and sweets?
Huh. Breaking out suddenly doesn't seem like such a bad idea after all.
Paimon.
Just kidding. Paimon will still do her best, even if there are no snacks.
Alright, buddy.
What do you mean, no snacks? Of course we'll have snacks. If we cannot buy some, then we'll simply make some.
Huh? Here? But how?
Understood, demoiselle. Everyone, please come with me.
Guys, we were just talking about snacks. I want to keep doing the case. I don't want to get distracted. No!
Wait, you're carrying a portable stove with you?
It's actually pretty smart.
Yes, I must be prepared to
Don't
meet the
you?
demoiselle's baking needs whenever the fancy strikes her.
Her baking needs.
I have eggs, sugar, and almonds at the ready.
You ever just need a bake right now? I love that.
Good work, you two. Then I'll get to it. Please sit tight for a moment. You'll get to taste my awesome snacks soon enough.
I love that. That's like super cute.
Yeah, quite the interesting group.
Must be oh god, please don't ask me to say things. I forgot how she said it. Spina de Rosula thing. Navia methodically handles...
And Paimon thought it smelled good while it was still in the oven.
Oh shit. Those macaroons?
Paimon can't stop drooling.
Why are they huge? Holy shit.
You had these two guys carrying all that stuff around. Paimon thought you'd have them do more during the baking process.
They're just there as backpacks.
You ended up doing the entire thing by yourself.
Paimon, why do you still have those glasses on, bro?
Grabbing almonds, everything.
I was applauding.
And I was giving encouraging smiles.
I love these three already. They're so funny. That's not quite what Paimon meant, but okay.
Paimon was just thinking.
Silver's funny. I don't know why.
Getting your fancy dress dirty, beating egg whites, and baking like this?
Well,
Is that a dress? She has like shorts on, doesn't she?
Fancy ladies can only read books, sip
It's like
tea,
way
ride
too short to be a
horses, and
dress.
play the piano. I just really enjoy making snacks. Don't underestimate beating egg whites, by the way. It's a real arm workout. You also need to beat them to just the right consistency, or your macarons...
Oh, they are macaroons.
Anyway, give
macarons.
This a try. Fresh out of the oven.
I always call them macaroons. Have I been saying them wrong?
Only 3?
Shut up, Paimon, fuck.
Well, eating too many sweet treats might send
I love
sugar
macaroons.
to your head. You wouldn't be able to think clearly
I there's these
on
coffee ones
rush,
that I really
you?
like at a cafe near my house, and I love it.
This is Demoiselle's favorite. Strong black tea with a floral fragrance that clears the mind.
Oh, I love black
and
tea.
lifts the spirit.
Oh my god, we like the same things. Sorry, oh god, it's starting! It's starting and I can't stop it! Anyways, what? Thank you. Why don't you take a break as well?
No need for concern. I'm merely doing as I should.
All right then. Down to business.
We gonna talk about stuff?
As Paimon mentioned previously, the tunnel seems to be something of a secret chamber.
Yes.
However, we can assume that Linny and Lynette were not alone within it. Some criminal also occupied its sealed confines. The magician twins could have committed the crimes, of course, but they lack any logical motive.
That we know of, but...
Why would they do such a thing right when everyone was watching?
That is true, actually. Now that we bring that into the subject, why would they do every... Why would they do... Oh my god. My brain just did a brain. Not to keep thinking that it's Lenny and Lynette or anything, but I forgot there's a third one. I forgot they have the brother, Firmament. There was water in the thing. Isn't that man a diver? Oh no. Oh no, oh god, I need to find evidence that it's not them. But everything I think of, it sounds like it's them. I could just be totally wrong. That could just be related to something else, but... Ooh, that's a thought that's in my head now. So apart from the twins, we're left with 2 other people, the missing girl and the deceased.
The flower vase and the thud we heard during the performance could indicate some altercation between Halsey and the criminal in the tunnel, resulting in the shattering of the vase, the discarding of her clothes, and her abduction.
Wouldn't it sound more like a shatter than a thud, though?
Since she was chosen from the crowd, she would be too easy to identify if she was still wearing the same clothes.
Maybe.
Paimon thinks that makes sense, but the real trouble is...
There's no evidence that this third person even exists. We need to work on that first.
None of the clues we found thus far
because, man,
the existence of this third person.
There is a third person, but it's not what I want. It's not the answer I want.
Victims, whether it's the missing girl, Halsey, or poor Cowl.
Cowl is sus to me as well.
They made modifications to the magic props in order to murder Cowl before making her escape?
But why would she do that? But she had no way of knowing how the magic trick worked. That too. It has to be someone who knows how the trick works.
Tampered with the setup, she would need to understand the entire trick to pull it off.
Yes,
does she have
that's what I've been saying, bro.
The guard said that she has never had any dealings with the magic troop's members.
Were we not thorough enough in our search?
We just need to find one clue and stick to that first. If we look at it through all of everything, we're gonna get overwhelmed. We're not gonna see a shit.
Amazing though, Navia. They smell great. They're nice and crisp and super sweet.
I thought they were. I've always said macaroons.
And
Macarons.
I see you've
Macarons.
already had 5 of them.
Damn.
What? 5?
I've never had big ones like that though.
Be right. Paimon only counted 3. Honest.
Please don't worry about it. At my age, a few less sweets might actually be a good thing.
You can have some of mine. I don't have that big of a sweet tooth.
Being greedy is one thing, but Paimon knows how to count. Besides, Paimon knows that if she ate too many, then others wouldn't have enough.
Wait, so did you genuinely not? No? What? It's fine if you ate them. You ate them. Oh, it's fine. Everyone knows how much you love eating. Yeah? It's fine if you ate them. You ate them.
Wait, even you don't believe
Well, who else could have eaten them?
If Paimon ate those 2 extra macarons, then may they turn into stone in her stomach!
All right, we get
Okay.
it. Well, I suppose one of us might have gotten too engrossed in our chat and eaten them by mistake. No big deal. Maloose, set up the stove again if you would.
That was weird.
What are you doing?
Wait, that was
Making
weird.
sure everyone gets 3 macarons, of course.
We're gonna put that in a save file for later. Like, that could have very well been a very innocent interaction, but that... Okay, let me tell you how my brain works so that way you're not just thinking I'm super suspicious of everything. The way... Remember how I said that I'm good at picking up at tropes in media? I've learned that if you stick on a subject that seems very innocent for too long, it means it's important somehow. Like, it's like, why are the directors, or like, why is the author or the writers, whoever it is, why do they want me to be so focused on this thing? Like, that's, like, we get it, and it seems very innocent, but the more you push it, like, why is that an important thing we need to know? So that's why I'm like, okay, Paimon ate more macaroons. Oh, haha, that's funny. But then they kept going. I'm like, okay. And she genuinely doesn't realize if she ate more or not. I don't know. Like I said, it could just be a very innocent thing, but my brain... Save file for later, possibly sus, question mark? Oh, there's no need to do that.
Exactly. We don't want to trouble you.
I think she likes baking.
As you wish, demoiselle.
Okay. Like, I think she likes baking.
And I have the egg, sugar, and almonds.
But why did they disappear?
Well, this really is your hobby,
If no one ate them. That's weird. I don't know. Navia does a second round of baking over the... Okay, however, the discussion that follows does not yield much progress.
Well, that's it for snack
Shit.
time. I'm going to have another look.
Is that really a
around the
dress?
area.
Looks like a
I don't know
coat.
what we're looking
almost.
for yet, but we've still got some time. As attorneys, I suggest the 2 of you think the case over again.
Yeah, I'm working on it.
It would be awkward if you got all tongue-tied on stage during the trial.
Alright, thanks for your help, and for the snacks.
Can I go interrogate people? I want to interrogate for a minute.
Nothing. A small task for the Spina di Rosula.
Spina di
Maloose,
Rosula.
It's time to go. I'll be back if I find anything new.
Bye. Probability of third person being involved. Neither Cowell or Halsey had a motive, but after having talked to Navia, the likelihood of a third person being involved seems very low too. Look, I'm trying to think of a way that Lenny and Lynette are not involved in this, so there has to be a third person. Because I'm supposed to be defending them.
Alright, it's time
Even
to
though
put our heads together.
everything is
Let's get our
fucking
defense ready
sus.
for the trial.
Where am I? Oh.
Oh, it's probably gonna be a long and difficult case.
Uh,
There's no point in worrying about that now. We just need to prepare.
should I? Oh, I can't leave, huh?
They should help you review the situation.
Can I actually just... Oh, wait, why did you... I didn't mean to do that. Sorry. Sorry. Wait, can I actually look at my notes? Is that something I can do? Forgot I had this. It appears as if child lost control of the elemental power within it before. The vision has lost its glow now that its owner has left it behind. Child. Oh. Nothing bad better happen to child, bro. I swear.
Why would it be him? How strange.
Wait, 8 of 9? I'm missing things. I gotta go around for a while.
Gosh. No wonder the serial disappearances never got solved.
Yeah.
We all heard that
Yes.
the performance would not have been visible from where the doors were guarded. If Paimon were on duty, she would have snuck back into the audience seating.
No, there's no way that could. I was trying to think of maybe if someone could have actually done that.
Well, There was no chance Paimon could have seen that the box had 2 layers. And that's why only the 2 of them can perform this trick.
I'm thinking things, but, like, I don't want to think them out loud because I know that's not going to make sense. That's why the 2 of them can only perform the trick. I'm trying to think of what... Wait, do I have a picture of the girl? Her eyes are blue. I was going to say, what if someone actually dressed up as her and she was missing before? That seems very unlikely. It's just a thought. Another way of how my brain works is I throw out random shit, like random impulsive thoughts in my head, and I say them, and I'm like, and then I start to think, does that make sense? And if the answer is no, then I'll put it aside as like okay, probably not, but we'll keep that there just in case. So that doesn't quite make sense if she was already disappeared beforehand. Cause okay, I need to think. I'm trying to find ways that Lenny is guilty instead of trying to find ways that he isn't guilty. Because everything I think of is like the disappearing act. Because, like, you know, Lynette's clothes were left behind and the person's clothes were left behind. So that's very similar. So I'm trying to think of other ways. I'm trying to think of other ways that this could have happened.
There was no third person. And Paimon didn't eat more than 3 macarons either.
See? Why do you keep telling me that? Nah, bro.
There was no third person. And Paimon didn't eat more than 3 macarons either.
How? Okay, let's go into the theory that macaroons. I'm gonna keep calling them macaroons because that's what I've always called them. Let's go into the theory that Paimon didn't eat more macaroons than she should have. How in the fuck did they disappear then? How did that work? Did we eat downstairs? How did that work? I need to know more about how the other women disappeared too. Did they all... Because they said that there was no... They didn't relate to each other. So maybe... Because I was thinking, did they all disappear here in the Opera House? If not, then... Because if they all disappeared in the same Opera House, they would have said something. That would have been suspicious, so maybe not then.
Digging a tunnel just for a magic trick? Whew, that must have been a lot of work.
What is this? I'm missing something. I'll look around a little bit more.
That size wouldn't have been a problem for Paimon.
That size wouldn't have been a problem for Paimon. What about those little guys? The, like, deer things. Possibly sus, question mark? Huh. Look, I know that they keep saying that there's no possibility of a third person, but if we're going into I need to think that Lenny is not guilty, even though I feel like maybe he is, we're putting that aside because I'm his attorney, so I gotta prove his innocence. What if... Okay, so we're just going to assume, or there's a third person. There's... something's going on here.
Whoever the murderer was... This is probably a prop, too. Oh, looks like it could hook onto a lot of things. Like the Traveler's fishing rod!
Like the Traveler's fishing rod. I need a... My brain was like, you mean like a diver? Like... These are my genuine thoughts, but I need to... Is it really gonna come down to maybe he actually is guilty? But we're just not gonna catch him? Fuck. Okay, I need to think of a... He's not guilty! We need to keep thinking that! He's not guilty!
This flower vase is probably a prop for the show.
Oh!
It also could have been used in the crime.
Theoretically, I guess I didn't think about this. The water could have come from the flower vase if the flower vase had water in it. So, whoops.
Paimon doesn't get this at all. You think about it for a bit, Traveler.
Dude, I've been thinking about it so hard. I still think this is the disappearing act. Alright. Can I not put this? Okay, this is just gonna stay in my inventory. I can't put that in my thing. Why did you mess with my gadgets? Okay. Oh my god, I don't know why you did that. I'll take a look around. Unless, because it said I didn't have everything. So either A, when the quest continues, there's gonna be more stuff. Oh, can I actually look at her seat? Where was she sitting? Oh, she might have been sitting up there. I don't think I can look. Either A, we're gonna explore more and find more as the quest continues, or I genuinely just didn't look everywhere and I'm missing something. So, I'm gonna do a quick run through. That is way too much water to have come from that base, right? Even if, okay, hypothetically speaking, even if Lenny was guilty, why would he want me as his attorney? Because the only way that I would think that Lenny would be guilty is if he was working for the Fatui and fucking cappuccino bitch. They would know the things that I've done, and they would know that I have a tendency to stop the bad things from happening. So why would he want me as his attorney? That doesn't make any sense. Like, he wouldn't... There's someone else involved here. Oh, my brain. Please, please, I want to be big brain so badly. Please, I want to be big brain so badly. Alright, I didn't see anything. I did a sweep around the entire place, and I don't think I missed anything, so I'm just going to assume that... they, you know, we're gonna do more research as we continue. But on that note, I think this is a good place to stop for this episode. I'm kind of coming to a conclusion that, like, I don't like keeping track of the time of my videos. So, like, if my videos start to get a little longer, like... I think I'm just gonna do that. Because I think I was paranoid for a while that people wouldn't want to watch things that were too long. But also, like, personally, I don't enjoy that. And I think I need to focus more on how I enjoy playing games rather than what other people enjoy, if that makes sense. So, if these videos start to get a little longer, then you know why. But yeah, this is going to be a good stopping point. If you liked this episode, please remember to like, comment, subscribe, all those good things. And I never came up with an outro, so this has become my outro. So, bye.